cigarettes, drugs, and food. She had also engaged in sexual activities with her brother. Wournos said that her alcoholic grandfather had sexually assaulted and beaten her when she was a child. Before beating her, he would force her to strip out of her clothes. In 1970, at age 14, she became pregnant, having been raped by an accomplice of her grandfather. Wournos gave birth to a boy at a home for unwed mothers on March 23, 1971, and the child was placed up for adoption. A few months after her son was born, she dropped out of school. At about the same time that her grandmother died of liver failure, when Wournos was 15, her grandfather threw her out of the house, and she began supporting herself as a prostitute and living in the woods near her old home. On May 20th.
Still gets to me. Wow, way to introduce a pod. I couldn't wait anymore. I was supposed to come on at 6:20, but I came on earlier. And I was listening to this last night, and it just got to me. So let's just start like we always do. Today is Saturday, March 12th, 2022. I just wanted to start the podcast with something, kind of really interesting. And it was something that made me really emotional last night. So I don't know if I should get emotional now, but it is an emotional broadcast. That is The Dark Side of Wikipedia. It is on Spotify. I have been listening to that podcast for a year and a half, maybe more. And Tony Bruschi, he's a hoot, but this one he really nailed it. Like, it was just hard to listen to. So this is on Eileen Wournos, if you remember her, that she was one of the first women executed in the state of Florida, I believe. And excuse me, that there was also a movie made about her. It was starring Charlize Theron. And sorry, no, that's not the picture of her. I just threw her up. It's a pinup picture. I just love pinups. But anyhow, getting back to this, I will go and finish what I'm telling you after we do our usual. Today is, like I said, March 12th. It is Laurel was losing her mind already. Oh, it's on the back of the page. It's National Working Moms Day. It is also National Girl Scout Day. National Baked Scallops Day. Yum. And National Plant a Flower Day. And I don't have my chalkboard. But we'll get back to what we were telling here for the scallops. Who doesn't love scallops unless you're allergic to seafood? I love scallops, especially when they're seared. I tried bringing a bag of scallops home one time, like, ooh, I'm so excited. And I put them in the pan. It was just like, ugh, it was disgusting. So yeah, if you have to have a good temperature pan and probably a gas stove even to make, really get that sear going on. Okay, so scallops are meaty mollusks that are very low in fat. They are a bit tricky to cook or bake. Know about that. And very, very low in calories. Like for 3 ounces of this protein is only 95 calories. Like, wow, nice. And with the Working Moms Day, I think it's just something that's norm now, that they have to have a 2 parent income family if you're together. It's just saying it's really tough now. Like we were discussing that with the cost of fuel going up and the price of groceries will probably follow, that families are going to struggle, and I'm sad to see. So hopefully people will go on Pinterest, or they will go TikToking and look for cool and unique ideas for their own garden. If they don't have a garden, I've seen people buy those tall baskets. They put some plastic around it, and then they put the soil in, and they kind of stab the holes. And they put either cherry tomatoes, or I think it was strawberries in them. So, you can start your seedlings a little early because winter, man, it took forever. It's still here. So, never too late or too early to start your seedlings. Manipulating my book here. Just woo. Okay. In local news, the Weyburn-based band Dead Levy is to play their song on Hockey Night in Canada tonight. After releasing its new EP, Rise Up, on Friday, the single Nothing Comes Easy, it will play throughout the evening on Hockey Night in Canada tonight. So, hey, hopefully Kevin's listening and he say, hey, Laura, check this out. They will be playing their song 15 to 30 seconds between games and during the interludes between interviews. So, wow, what a plug. That's amazing. Just want to get into some other things just to quickly talk about some stuff here that just has to be said. I went to visit my son at the hospital, the other day, and you can tell, even I haven't been there in a while, not surprised, who welcomed me warmly and recognized me and has the same aura as me. We connected. Boom. She says, hi, Laura. And I'm like, oh, hi. And, we started talking. I made eye contact with another person. And it was just kind of like, what? I even tried to say hello. And it was just like, oh, it was just not the time to talk. I'm like, so, and another time I went to visit. It wasn't the same day. I had another individual who, just was not going to give me the time of day, even though I asked a simple question. So I know these two individuals were probably the ones who reported me for petty little things that I cannot say. But it was so petty. I'm just like, are you serious? So, yeah, it's very apparent now. Got that off my chest. That's all I had to say because it really was bugging me. But yeah, it's always going to be me. I'm always accepting, and the person knew who I was, and it was just like, you give that back, you get it back. But tension was kind of like a little like ripple chip there, or a bump. So anyhow, just wanted to say that. So we were listening, I want to get back to this podcast that we started listening to about Eileen Wournos, and it's just, I cannot believe it happens, but it has been happening. It's not just her. There's children being raised without a mother / father, not just a single parent family. We're talking nobody. Mom split, dad died, grandma and grandpa are taking over. Nothing wrong with that. But there is people who live behind closed doors who may have other addictions. And unfortunately, her grandma was an alcoholic and her grandpa was an alcoholic. And so what did grandpa do? He sold her. He sold her to a friend or whatever. They raped her. And I was just like, what? And at 11 years old, can you imagine? 11. My grandson's 10. It's like my eyes are just going to fill up here. That she gets to me because it's all about a child. And she had to do what she had to do to stay alive. It was like she sold her body for food and cigarettes. It's just, ugh. So that's what I said. It's just things like that. I'm a very sensitive person, and listening to that and knowing what's out in this world, and then those individuals that I ran into, it's just kind of like, and you work in a health professional job, and yet you have not the compassion in you just even to just eye contact me, whatever. So yeah, it's not just that, but I'm just a little emotional about this too, because it's probably triggering me, because of my abuse. But I wasn't sold. It felt like it, you know. But you're young, and you have no clue. You have no clue what's going on. And getting pregnant, this Eileen Wournos got pregnant at 14. And again, shaking my head. It's just, this world is not going to survive with the youth that we have now because they're already lost. It just breaks my heart to know that people or others are not real. They pretend to be, they go to work, you know, and they're just not the real people that should be in this world. But then there's me. I'm the I don't know, the butterfly that gets too close to the flame. Yeah, dang. I'll be right. So, what else is there? We can do some strange Hollywood. Or we can listen to some more of this podcast. Just a minute here. I'll see what Tony has to say. Just a minute. What? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here's Tony.
27th, 1974 at age 18. Wournos was arrested in Jefferson County, Colorado for driving under the influence, disorderly conduct, and firing a .22 caliber pistol from a moving vehicle. He was later charged with failure to appear. In 1976, Wournos hitchhiked to Florida, where she met 69-year-old yacht club president Louis Gratz Bell. They married quickly.
Okay. That's when she's older now. Oh my. So yeah, I would just think of others. You know, you don't know what they've gone through. At least give them a smile, or, you know, at least look at them when you're like you're walking by and you know that they're looking at you. You know, that's just people. An angel. Okay, let's just do this quickly. Boop, boo. Damn. Swan songs? Let's do swan songs. I can't see now because of my glasses. All right. I'm going to have to take these off or put them on. I don't know. I'm having some eye troubles here. It's probably I'm laughing and crying at the same time. Oh, it's a good time. Anyhow, Robert Mitchum, the quintessential Hollywood tough guy, final film was made in 1997 for the TV movie James Dean, Race with Destiny. Mitchum played George Stevens, director of Dean's 1956 movie Giant. James Dean, Giant. Okay, I don't know. I'm just reading. It's not making any sense. Walter Matthau. He played the father of 3 bickering sisters, who was dying and dealing with dementia and hanging up in the year 2000. He died 4 months after the film's release. Okay, I get that. Audrey Hepburn. A cameo as a ghost barber and guide to the afterlife for a deceased pilot in Steven Spielberg's 1989 drama, Always. And last but not least, Cary Grant. His last movie was the 1966 Olympic Games farce Walk, Don't Run. He retired from acting and lived another 20 years. So there you go. Woohoo! Thank you, Strange Hollywood. And yes, this is my real hair. I didn't get the glam squad out today. I'm letting my hair not breathe, just let it, show that I don't need to have my wig on all the time. But this is it. Oh, let's get some music too. Yeah, it's Saturday night. Let's get some music. Hold on. Don't leave me yet. Oh my. Sound like what? Oh my. Let's do this one.